Namaste Yogis. So I am recording from Ubud, Bali. So we have the benefits of receiving the beautiful sounds of the birds and the rainfall behind me, which I will show you at the end of the practice. I also have Ganesha. Ganesha is the god of the remover of obstacles and is very honored here in Bali. And so I will be honoring Ganesha. You can feel free to honor yourself, offer this practice for, a loved one. But at this time, I invite you to just settle into your body and begin to breathe. Not changing or forcing any kind of a breath, but together let's just notice, what does our breath feel like right now? What does it feel like to be on your mat, or maybe you're on the floor or on the earth? What does it feel like to be in your body? Maybe closing your eyes and feeling with your hands. Physically, what does it feel like to be in your body? Welcoming yourself to this space, physically and energetically. Maybe rubbing your ears, massaging them up and down from the top and from the bottom. This can stimulate our vagus nerve, which is the nerve that communicates our emotions between our brain and our body and our brain, so that when we calm this nerve, we tell our brain and our body to kind of calm our emotions, to invite safety into our practice. So on your next inhale, I invite you to gently blink your eyes open if they are closed. And together we're going to set an intention for our practice. So on your next inhale, inhaling arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to prayer. Closing your eyes with your hands at your heart. What is it that you would like to feel in this practice? Your bhavana. What are you seeking to feel? In our practice today, we'll be softening into our heart space, balancing the masculine with the feminine through this softening. So if you'd like to set an intention for perhaps letting go of obstacles to soften into your heart space and perhaps balance this masculine world that we've been fit into with the feminine soft and flow. Whatever it is that you would like to feel, I invite you to press your fingertips together and look down so that there's space in between your hands, but fingertips are together, bottom of the palm is together, space is in between the hands, and we're gonna send our intention into the space between our hands as if we were planting a seed into the universe. So on your next inhale, call your intention to the forefront of your awareness, what you would like to feel, your bhavana. Exhale, blow into the space between your hands, plant the seed. Inhale, open the fingers and offer it up to the universe, pressing the thumbs and the pinkies together. Exhale, clear your aura, bringing your hands down to the earth and just feeling the earth space. And we're gonna do that 2 more times together. So inhale, hands to your heart, press your fingertips together, plant your seed, open it up to the universe, let it know exactly what it is you're calling in and inviting. Exhale, cleanse your aura, bring it down to the earth, give the earth what no longer serves you. Let the earth take this as nutrients as you bring your hands to heart center space. Press your fingertips together. Again, plant the seed. Open the middle fingers, the ring fingers, the pointer fingers. Offer it to the universe as you co-create together with the universe for you, bringing it down to the earth. Take a breath here and just notice maybe any subtle energy that you might feel. Closing your eyes. And for the next 3 breaths, I invite you to Notice any sensations already in your body, just energetically, before we do any movement. See if you can get really in touch with your body. And I am just going to make sure this is still recording. Continue to breathe at your own pace. And when you're ready, we'll begin to wake up our joints together. So on an inhale, bringing your palms forward. Exhale, wrists come down. And then we're gonna bring them into like very gentle fists, as if you were holding a baby bird. You don't want the bird to go away, but you don't want to squeeze the bird too tight. So gently bringing the fists, and we're gonna rotate 3 times this way, 3 times the other. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale to the right. Inhale overhead. Exhale to the left. And 2 more times. Flowing with your own breath. Just waking up our side bodies here. And on your exhale, we're gonna switch our legs. Inhale up, exhale, reaching forward, gently curling your spine down, letting your head drop heavy. And begin to nod your head up and down, yes and no, left and right. Just letting it sway here. Releasing any tension from the back of the neck. And slowly rolling back up, head comes up last. We're gonna begin to stretch our knees and our ankles. So on an inhale, we're gonna point our toes, grabbing from below our thigh. And inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, extend the leg, flex the ankle, toes towards your face. 3 more times. And when you're ready, we'll do the same to the other leg. And bringing feet back into a comfortable position. We're gonna just bring our hands onto our shoulders, and we're gonna make big circles with both of our elbows, going backwards, forwards to backwards first, and switch. Now we're gonna bring some movement to our neck, so bringing your right ear to your right shoulder, bringing the chin to your chest, left ear to left shoulder, and back down. And only if it feels comfortable to you, you can bring your head in a full circle. Otherwise, if there's any pain at all, I invite you to just keep the half circle. So continuing this at your own pace, just knowing that all of our bodies are different, and so all of our bodies are gonna move different. And that's not only okay, but that is so beautiful. And so I invite you throughout this entire practice to only take the movements that feel good to you. You can always bring a knee down to the mat. You can always just come to a seated position or sit in child's pose, which I will show you here. And so throughout the practice, I will offer different variations. And if any variation doesn't feel like it's for you, you just take the movement that feels right to your body. And so on the next breath, we're gonna come onto our hands and knees, onto the mat, and gently tap the bottoms of the feet onto the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, and chin goes up. And exhale, cat, chin and back round, chin to chest. 3 more times. And on your next inhale, we're gonna stretch out our right leg and left arm. Exhale, bring knee to elbow. Round the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Extend and round. Other side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Extend and round. One more time. And on your next breath, we're going to kind of sit back on our toes. So all of our toes are on the mat. We're just giving it a gentle stretch, maybe bouncing, moving left and right, if that feels good to you. And now together we will meet in a downward facing dog. So hands come under the shoulders, feet or hips above the knees, coming back on our toes, bending the knees at first, rolling the shoulders down our back, maybe pedaling it out. One foot straightens while one leg straightens while the other leg bends. Coming onto our toes, we're gonna exhale, both heels come to the left, stretching out our hips here. Inhale, heels come to the right. And take whatever movements you want or feel good in this pose. So maybe inhaling leg up, bending. Inhaling the other leg and bending. Maybe pedaling out. Maybe coming back to tabletop and just swaying your hips. I invite you to offer some flow in your practice. So not just linear movements, but rather we're balancing the masculine with the feminine by allowing the flow to move through our body. What is it that your body can let go of right now? And when you're ready, we will just sit back on our feet, bringing hands to prayer, returning to our intention, our bhavana. What is it that we would like to feel that we set in the beginning of our practice? And what do you notice in your body so far? Maybe any shifts, physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Every layer of our body, every bone, muscle, tissue, tendon, and myofascial tissue. This all stores and holds deep wisdom, memories, emotions, experiences. Notice what is being released or coming up for you. And see if you can breathe into this area, letting it go. And when you're ready, we're gonna meet in a downward facing dog, pedaling it out again. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, bring it between the hands. Left heel drops to a 45-degree angle. Hips are in line with one another. Right knee bends over the right ankle. And we're gonna bring our arms up and kind of arch back our back into our first warrior one pose. So we're gonna inhale for 2 counts, exhale for 4, or whatever feels good for you. And again, we're calming our vagus nerve, so telling our body that we are safe and we're strong. Inhale for 2, exhale for 4. And once you've done at least 3 breaths, we're gonna open up our arms to face so that our right leg is to the right and our left leg is facing towards the wall or whatever you have in front of you. And we're just gonna roll our shoulders back and our gaze is gonna go on our middle finger, our dhyana, our concentration focal point. Again, inhaling for 2 and exhaling for 4. With your middle finger as your drishti, notice how you let go when you begin to concentrate your prana, your energy. And on an inhale, we're going to bring our leg up, straightening both legs, tipping our hips to the left. And exhale, bring right hand down to meet the mat. You can have your hand on a block or your hand on your leg, your shin. And just see if you can gaze up. If not, keep your gaze looking forwards. Again, inhaling for 2, exhaling for 4. Inhale, right arm comes up, left arm comes down the left leg. Inhale for 2, exhale for 4. For 3 breaths. And exhale, we're going to cartwheel our hands down to the mat. And coming into plank pose, we're going to drop our knees, our chest, and our chin. So it's going to look like this. Bringing our elbows to our sides. And then inhaling up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So I will switch sides so that you can better see me and hear me. So into downward facing dog, inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, step between the wrists. Right foot comes to the 45-degree angle. Hips come into alignment. Inhale up. And exhale, lean into that left knee, hips in alignment. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4, for 3 breaths here. So if you'd like to release some excess energy, I invite you to purse your lips and exhale out your mouth. Otherwise, inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. And on your next breath, we will open, facing to the side again. So coming into Warrior 2 on the left side, inviting our drishti focal point to be our middle finger, relaxing our shoulders down our back, sinking into the left knee. Inhale for 2, exhale for 4. And we're going to inhale, bring our arm up and down our left leg. Keeping the bend in our left knee. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, straighten the legs, pop the hips to the right. Tick-tock the arms up. And reverse. And all the way down. Cartwheeling the arms down. Coming into plank pose, bringing knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhaling up. And exhale, we're gonna come into child's pose. So sink your hips back. Your arms can be in front. For more of a back release, you can bring your knees closer together and have your arms draped at your sides, breathing into the space between your shoulders. And so I invite you to remain here for the next 10 breaths or so, and just notice, after creating this heat in our body, how can we return to stillness and softness and use this prana to kind of balance the softness with all the heat. So continue here for 10 breaths at your own pace. So when you're ready, we'll meet sitting on our knees, sitting on our feet, and this time toes are uncurled. And we're gonna do an exercise to open up our heart space. So if you have a rope or like a t-shirt or anything, that would be really helpful. Otherwise, you can just pretend. I'm just gonna pretend. And so we're gonna bring our right hand back so that our hand is touching our back. And then we're gonna bring our left arm back so that our hand is facing outwards behind us. And we're gonna, if you have a rope, you can put a rope between here and you can just kind of grab. I'll show you from the back. And so we're just gonna be releasing our shoulders down, opening our heart space, breathing into the open heart as we relax here for the next 5 breaths. And let it go, maybe shaking the wrists out, shaking the shoulders. And we'll do the same on the other side. So inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, bring the hand to the back. And exhale, bring the left arm behind, facing the hand back. I'll show you again. If you have the rope, you can put them together, grabbing here. And we're just gonna breathe here, again for 5 breaths, opening up the right side of the heart. Noticing what comes up for you. Maybe any thoughts, emotions, experiences. Just let them be. And release, shaking out the wrists, the shoulders. And now at that, we've built a little bit of heat in our body. We didn't do a lot of repetitions. We didn't build too much heat. We just woke up our joints. We stood in warrior position. We softened our vagal nerve. And we opened up our heart. So now we're gonna get ready to close down our practice. But before we do, I invite you again to bring hands to prayer. You can come to crisscross applesauce if it is uncomfortable for you to sit on your feet. And we're going to return to our intention, our bhavana. Noticing how our body feels different. Perhaps if anything has shifted around our intention. Whatever it is, not being judgmental, but simply noticing with your awareness, accepting, maybe even loving. Loving what your body can do for you, what your mind can do for you, what your heart can do for you, and ultimately what you can do for you. Because all of these just make up parts of who you are. And on the very deep core of the inside of your heart, you can always ask yourself, who am I? Let the mind dissolve, the emotions dissolve, the stories dissolve, and come back to this inner light. When we point to ourselves, we point to the center between our ribs. We can imagine that there's a light, just an effervescent, white, bright light showing and shining. And everything else dissolves. So for our final pose, moving into Shavasana, I invite you to lay down on your back. And I will be guiding you through it, so I will not be laying down myself, but I invite you to lay down on your back, close your eyes, move your sits bones so that your lower back is gently placed on your back, on the mat. Coming into your body in this pose, breathing in and out in whatever way feels good for you. Maybe taking any last postures, maybe bringing your knee to your armpit on one side, or a knee to your armpit on the other side. Or maybe both knees come into your chest and you hug yourself tight like a ball, and then you release. Closing our eyes here, I invite you to bring your attention to your feet, honoring them for carrying you from place to place, all that they do, grounding you into the earth, softening your feet, your ankles, the calves and your knees, softening your thighs and your hips, thanking your lower body for all that it does for you, and bringing this softening into our core. See if you can soften your belly anymore, your rib cage, the sides of your rib cage, your heart, your chest, your clavicle, relaxing your shoulders onto the mat as if they were melting like chocolate into the earth. Feeling the loose and heaviness of your arms, your hands, the back of your neck, and your head, as if you were sinking into a soft cloud, protected, safe, comfortable, with nothing to worry about here. I invite you to remain here for the next few moments or so, allowing complete stillness and calm into your body. And I will bring you out with the sound of my voice as I offer you Reiki healing in this Shavasana. If you are open to receiving Reiki healing, just set that intention in your heart. I am open to receiving healing. Otherwise, remain here in your own breath, your own safety. now beginning to invite some movement first back into your toes, your fingers, your wrists, and your ankles. Inviting gentle movements, maybe rocking your head left and right. Maybe bringing your knees to your chest and rolling over to one side in like a fetal position. Walking yourself back up to sitting whenever you're ready. Thank you for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you. I see you, I love you, and I honor you. Namaste. Throughout this video, there was a lot of wind, so I was trying to talk over it, so I'm really hoping that you could hear me well. Otherwise, we just got blessed with the elements, and that was just a little bit of earth becoming a part of our practice. So I will show you my view. If you can't see it, a waterfall that is making a little bit of noise back here. Such beautiful noise. I love you, Mama Bali. Thank you for holding this space in our practice for us. And thank you for being here. I love you. Namaste.